Good morning, friends. Breakfast today. Can you believe it? I'm remembering to tell you what breakfast is. Breakfast today is my 3-point overnight oats. In my overnight oats, I have 1/3 a cup of oats. I have skim milk. I have sugar-free syrup. I have sugar-free pudding, cheesecake in it, and I have non-fat Greek yogurt and blueberries and banana. So that's what's in there. It is 3 points. I think it's 3 points. Might be 2 points. I'll have to look it up. I think it's either 2 or 3. You'll see it on my tracker. There's Miss Cali. She still has not given up those tissue papers that I got last week from Valentine's Day. I'm on my 2nd cup of coffee. I love this mug. This is a dragonfly mug. We got this when we went up to the UP to Mackinac City. And I just love that it has a thumb rest on it right there. We need to get back up there this year. And on the bottom, she's got enjoy your day, or he, and then their initials. So, because there was a couple of them I really liked, and I only got this one. So anyways, this is what is for breakfast today. Good morning, friends. I thought I would take you along. I'm going to make some brioche bread. I will have it linked in the description, but I do everything on the scale. It turns out better when I do it by her grams. She gives them in the cup and the grams. And this will make 2 loaves, but she gives for just doing 1 loaf, and so that's what I am doing today. So with my ingredients and how many slices we get out of it, it tends to be 4 points for 1 slice of homemade bread, and I don't think that's too bad. My flour's getting to the bottom, but I do have another bag out. Yeah, let me open up the bag. So how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you are doing good. I am opening up the other bag of flour. It takes 3 cups or 384 grams. This is one of Mr. Jerry's favorite breads. And just a little bit too much in there. And it does make a difference. There. So that is the flour. I zero it out, and I need some kosher salt, and I need 7 grams. Okay. Zero it out, and then I need some yeast. And I need 5 grams. I use instant yeast. It will probably really rise because that came out extra fast. Okay, and then I need some sugar. Not the powdered sugar. The regular sugar, and I need 38 grams. That's 35. My scale has just jumped, so I'm going to say that that's what I need right there. And then you're supposed to take lukewarm water. Her trick is to boil a 1/4 cup, put it in there, and then do your cold water. And then you need 1 egg and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. And I usually do the egg and butter and milk all together. Sorry about that, there was an egg shuck in it and I had to find it. So I got the melted butter and egg in here. I got a 1/4 cup of milk, and I have 1 egg and 3 tablespoons of melted butter. But let me mix this up first, because we're all done using the scale. This dough will be a wet, sticky dough. Add that in there, and then I'm going to add the water, and move my scale and see what you can see, and you just mix this up. And then this is going to I got my oven light on to give it a warm place to grow. And it will be in the oven a good 2 to 3 hours before it doubles. And once it doubles, then I will roll it. Well, you don't roll it. I put it out on a floured surface so I can handle it. And then I'll form it into a loaf, and then I will put it in a buttered loaf pan. I used to use butter through the whole thing, but to save a little bit of points, I use a spray. Just making sure that I got that bottom all mixed up. I got flour all over the place. I'm a messy baker. Mr. Jerry is excellent at cookies and cakes and all that stuff, but the other savory stuff like this, that's me. All right, hands are clean, but you can tell that it is a very wet, sticky dough, and it should be. This is brioche. As I can't get it all off. So now I will cover it, and I will put it in the oven. I have to find my bowl cover. and it will set in there for a good 3 hours. Well, before I do that, let me, so you can see it a little better. So there is no special plans for today. It's another cold day. All right, and I have my third cup of coffee here. It's a 3-cup coffee day. So I will bring you back when it's time to do the next step. But this is the one I always use. It is really soft on the inside, crusty on the outside, not crusty to where you're going to cut a gum or something. So I will definitely try to remember have that linked into the description box. So I hope that your Tuesday is a great one, and I'll chit chat with y'all later. Hey friends, lunch today is I think 12 points. 7 points for the corn dog, and then 5 points for the sensible veggie straws. So again, 12 points. hello, happy Tuesday. Hopefully your Tuesday, excuse me, it's going to be a coughing thing. Was a good one. Oh my Lanta. I haven't talked much today, I guess. Oh, as you can tell, I'm in my sewing room. I am trying that trip around the world, and I'll post a picture up here. Take my seam ripper, and I know I'm sewing it correctly, but I'm not seeing how I'm going to get the diamonds shapes out of it. But I only got 2 squares done, so I have a lot of jelly rolls, and you can do jelly rolls, they say, or you can do fat quarters, and then just, because fat quarters are 18.5 by 21.5 normally, and just turn it and cut it on the 18.5. But I got all my stacks of colors right beside me, all these different stacks. I will end up having 13 blocks. So that extra block, I am going to work it into the backing, and I will find something for the backing, and then it will be put in there someplace. Like you sew 3 strips and you just put that in there. But I kept telling Mr. Jerry, I said, it's not square, it's more rectangle, and I couldn't figure out why, because everybody was, you know, they had so many strips and stuff. Well, the reason that this one's going to be rectangle is I only had enough fabric divided out into colorways of 6. If I would have done it where there was 8 colorways, then when it's sewed up and by the time it's cut, it would be 8 by 8, and right now it's 6 by 8. So it is like 12 by 15, something like that. I should remeasure it now that it's all sewn, so I don't know, but it's 12 by 15, 12 by 15, I think. So, but you know, I was sewing on that, and you have to think a little bit on it, because how it's done is you sew all the strips together, so you have a big long panel. Then you press it, and then you put the right sides together, and then you sew that down the long side, becomes a tube, and then you cut it into 2.5-inch strips, and so you have 8 little tubes. Then you got to unpick, that's where the seam ripper comes in, unpick one end, and wherever one you want to start with, and then you have to then unpick the one so it will cascade down. So if it's, let's just say red and white, the next one should be white, red. And my brain doesn't think like it should sometimes. It is very confusing to me. But this will be very scrappy. It is very pretty. See, I'm already thinking of Christmas ideas here. I usually don't do anything for my siblings. I shouldn't say that. I usually do something for my siblings. My siblings don't do anything for me, but I do something for my siblings. But these colors my sister would love. So once it's all sewn up, and I'll see, and she's only like 5'4", I'll see if it's long enough for a lap throw, and if it isn't, then I will find something to do a border around it to make it a little bit wider and longer. So, but I'm thinking her birthday's in June, and I could sit there and wait and save it to Christmas, but why do that? Why not give it to her as a birthday gift? She would really love that. So I just like doing stuff like that. I have all this fabric, and I have who to give to. I only have, we only have 2 kids, and they, every year they get blankets or something, but And I know there's people out there that would say, Miss Teri, Miss Teri. Oh, but I'm thinking this one, when I get it done, I'm going to do this. This is the trial and error one, but it's going to be very pretty. No matter if it turns out into the design that it should, it's going to be very pretty. And I'm really thinking I might give that to her for a birthday gift. My brothers, I don't do too much for my brothers. I have made them stuff before. But you know, they're guys and they're kind of like, oh, thanks, sis, thanks. So, but we'll see how it turns out. But I just wanted to come on. I took you along this morning making bread. And, you know, one of my friends on here, and you know who you are, made the remark about that I have to remember, and maybe you need to remember, that not everybody's on a weight loss journey. Go figure. And so, shame on me to think that it should be all about me and not Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jerry will tell you he should lose 20 pounds. Oh, to lose 20 pounds. But you know what? That 20 pounds is hard for him to get off. And he is so active. And he exercises like you wouldn't believe. But then I got to thinking, you know, she was right. He's not on my diet. I'm on my diet. And bless the man, he weighs and measures. He buys, you know, he does the groceries. And he always makes sure that the meats are lean, and he always makes sure that what I need is what I need, and he's always adapting the recipes. So he's not putting in as much butter, or he's not putting in as much cheese or milk, or he's using the skim milk instead of the 2%. So, you know, when I was making that bread today, and there have been some other things I've made, and I thought, oh, some people are going to look at that and say, well, this isn't a weight loss thing. You're right, it's not. But it's saying that that's all right. I can still have it, but it's blessing my husband, and I love to bake bread, and I've adapted it to get it down to at least 4 points for me, and he doesn't know that there's skim milk in it. The one time I went to make it and I had the skim milk out, and he says, oh, no, you need to put 2% in. I said, why? He goes, oh, 2%'s better. And I said, did you enjoy the last loaf I made? And he goes, well, yeah, because you use the the good milk. And I said, I use the skim milk. I said, I've been using the skim milk. Oh, he said, and I said, and you couldn't tell a difference, could you? And he said, no. I said, but it affected my points. So, it is an eye-opener for both of us, because he wants to go get ice cream. I can have ice cream. I just have to count it. If he wants to go out to eat, I can go out to eat. I just have to be sensible on it. And, you know, that's what this journey is all about. It's about give and take. It's about remembering that it's not all about me, and that it could be a lot worse. It could be that I'm the only one on a diet, and I have to still fix regular stuff for everybody else, and then, you know, fix for me. I mean, so I just want you to all remember that not everybody's on a weight loss thing, but that's all right, because life can be good, and we can enjoy the journey being on our weight loss thing. And if we find like-minded people that will cheer us on, then that is great. But as I'm sitting here smelling that bread that smells so good, We're going to have chicken and noodles for supper tonight, and Mr. Jerry loves to have bread in his soups like that, and his beef stews, stuff like that. He loves a good homemade bread like that. Now, I have made white bread, and he does not like it. Does not like it. Will not hardly eat it. He'll eat a couple pieces, but then it will go to waste. This bread, he will eat it all the time. And I have him slice it up because he can slice it up thin, so we can get that. Oh, I think we get about 16 slices out of it, sometimes 12. But you know, the whole thing is that I don't want to deny him of that pleasure of that bread, and I don't want to deny me the pleasure of making it, because I enjoy making it. Just like all the sewing stuff I enjoy doing. Just like someone like, I'm going to pick on Miss Sandy. Miss Sandy loves to read. And I would never be able to go against her in reading, I'm telling you, unless it's an Audible book. And she will just tell you poo-poo on that. And it's hardcover books. I think last year, if I remember right, seems like she did 40 books in the summer, and I could be wrong on that. I'm lucky to do 40 books in my entire life, you know, because I enjoy the craft part of it, and she enjoys the reading of the books. And, you know, we get to that certain stage in our lives that everything changes, just like our weight loss changes. Because I don't know about you, but when I first started, I was gung-ho and I'm going to get all this weight off, and then I'll be done with it. I don't have to worry about it. And here I am, going to be 66 years old in June, and I have been on WeightWatchers on and off since my 20s. And I have lost this weight more times than I can even remember. And I'm still battling it. But I haven't given up. And you best not give up either. But anyways, I just wanted to hop on. Mr. Jerry ran into town, and the bread's going to be coming out of the oven soon. And I was just sitting here sewing and just thinking about, you know, how good I feel that I can bless my husband with something as simple as bread. Because as he was leaving, he says, boy, he says, that bread smells awful good. So don't deny stuff because you're on a weight loss journey. Learn to work it in. It's like all my crafts that I do. I'm not blessed like everybody says I am. I look things up. There are other people out there that know how to do stuff way more than I do. I just watch. I have the basics, and then I learn. And sometimes there are a whole bunch of failures. But I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. And if it doesn't work out in a craft, then I try something different. And then I come back. And the more and more that I've done, the better and easier it gets for me. That's why I try different things, because I like a good challenge too. So, but anyways, it is a beautiful sunny day today. And I think this is supposed to be our sunniest day. I just thought I'd say hey again. And I'm just going to sit here and sew some more and just enjoy this day and just say thank you. Thank you for coming along and being here and keeping me company, whether it's on the weight loss journey, crocheting, cross-stitching, sewing, knitting, whatever it is. I love that I have fellow crafters. And please, please let me know if there's something you are working on, because I would love to have someone to chit-chat with about this stuff, because it is so much fun to have somebody else knowing that they like what you're doing. So, but anyways, I'll let you go. Talk to you later, my friends. Thanks again. Hey friends, supper tonight is chicken noodle and half of a slice of brioche bread and a glass of 2% milk. So this is a high point in supper. The chicken and noodles are 13 points. The bread and butter is going to be 4 points, and the 2% milk is 5. So that is 13, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 points for tonight.